All right, so got to start this video first with a thank you to Stowers, right?
Great people. Fantastic.
Without them, we couldn't have done this job at Jerry and Annie's because here's why: Stowers let us borrow. Like they didn't rent it to us, they didn't sell it to us, but Dennis, Eric, and who's the other guy? Will.
I don't know.
Will Prince. The folks at the rental place, they let us borrow a 12-inch bucket. Nobody does that, but Stowers did it. So they let us borrow a 12-inch bucket.
Talk about faith.
Yeah, talk about faith. They let us borrow a 12-inch bucket to do this job that you're about to watch about. So thanks to them and like for everything that they did. So on this job, me and Youngblood had to go. Suffered. Yeah, well, he suffered and I had AC. But we went and did a downspout digging job, burying job for Jerry and Annie. Turned out great. Really, really happy with it. But thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you next time. All right, so getting started on the job, getting the equipment over here to Jerry's, and going to dig some downspout drains today. Not very much at all, just cool little job. Jerry's been a good customer, and we're going to see if we can't get this knocked out and got all of our stuff that we think we're going to need down in the bucket. Steven's already brought the pipe. That's the thing about residential excavation, though. You never really know what you're going to get into till you actually dig into the job, no pun intended. But I hate to waste one. So we'll get started, and we'll check back with you here in a few. So we're going to grub this ditch out a little bit, and I'm going to put some riprap up here where these downspouts are going to come into it. But we're going to grub this ditch out a little bit, get some of this debris out while Steven's up there getting the underside of the porch ready to run the downspout pipe underneath the porch and then back out. But now that we're routing water, a lot of water, into this ditch, I don't want it to puddle up and flood out on him and, you know, just make a bigger mess. So we're just cleaning out some of this right here where we had come in here with the skid steer and just chopped this up. It was just an old overgrown ditch, and we chopped it up, and so now we're just cleaning that up a little bit so that water will flow. We don't want it to get backed up and puddled. Once it gets so far, you know, it'll make its own way and it'll stay in the ditch, but come on now. But then, you know, we want to do what we can to help it. So we'll get some of these old vines and this debris and stuff out of the way, make it a little easier for the water to travel. We're going to terminate right up here. You probably can't see the pipe, but we're going to terminate right up here, put in some riprap, and then just let the water flow through this ditch and come straight down the hill. Like I said, once it gets started, it'll be fine. It's a pretty steep bank, but we just want to help it get going pretty good instead of, you know, we don't want to hinder it any if we can help it. So we'll just come in here and clean some of this up, and then we'll get to digging some ditches here in a minute. And that's what you guys clicked the video for, right? I guess. I'm sure it wasn't I'm sure it wasn't for my commentary on world events, but all right, so there's we got so excited digging this ditch we forgot to record, so I'll show you. There's the first joint in the ground over to here. We'll connect here, walk real ginger past this electrical, and then it's going to come down and down a 50% slope. I can't tell you how excited I am about digging this, but so there's one down, just a few more to go. There'll be another one that comes right here. These two will connect, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, and they will come down and around, and next to that pile of riprap they'll go into that ditch. So we're getting there. We're making some progress. I apologize. Dang it, I forgot while we were digging. We got so excited. I forgot to record. So anyway, I'll do better, I promise. So one of the absolute joys of residential grading is working in tight quarters. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if we go this way, it's house. If we go this way, it's hill. So thankfully, we've got a little gravel drive right around through here to get us to the next spot where we're going to be digging. But yeah, I gotta miss his porch here, and we got a buck up here on the corner to get this other side dug out. Replacing these old flimsy, and I applaud him for wanting to do this. We're getting rid of these old flimsy corrugated pipe like what you get at Home Depot or whatever, and we're replacing it with HDPE double walled, slick on the inside, corrugated on the outside, really strong 4-inch pipe, really good stuff. It's what I've used at my place and a couple other places, and man, I mean, you can run this excavator over it. As soon as you get it in the ground, you've got some pipe to deal with. So it's good stuff. So we're going to get started on this next one and go from there. We got a overhang. I got some gutter up here we got to watch out for. I don't know if y'all can see Steven. He's wearing the hat today. Today he's got it on backwards. He said he wanted to feel the wind on his face. Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever works for you, dude. I'm happy about it. So this is about as close as we're going to get for the eve of the house, and we'll get this dug out and kind of go from there. It's a clip, like it. You
Stop judging me. Judging me. I did, didn't I? Oh man, how'd that happen? If I'd take the gloves off, it'd probably be a lot easier to fiddle with. It's all right.
Tell me how you feel about breaking rocks.
It reminds me why I stopped landscaping after high school.
And you thought that it would be a good idea to come to Tennessee and work with excavation with those.
You promised me a bobcat. There's some bobcat we've got today, huh?
Look at it, though. That's the original bobcat. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know that that's the original bobcat that you got to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This makes me question, how did people do it back before machinery?
Yeah. Well,
You gonna give me a history lesson from your air conditioning?
okay, that's fair.
Oh, now, I ain't mad because I don't mind a little manual labor, but it does remind me why I don't use a rake for a living anymore.
I'll tell you right now, the old boy was right. That air conditioner feels good. My watch that tracks everything that you do says that it's only 77 degrees, but I think this thing is lying. It's some sort of mind game to make you think it's not as hot as what it really is. It's really hot. It's really hot. I mean, you can tell. I mean, if you could just see how Steven is sweating right now. Hang on, I gotta adjust the AC. if you could just see, like I said, if you could just see how Steven is sweating right now, if it wasn't for that air conditioned hat he's got going on, I don't know how he could stand it. I mean, it's really hot, really hot. My drink is so cold it almost hurt my teeth. This air conditioner is something else. I'll tell you a trick. If you'll turn the air conditioner vents down towards your drink, one of them, because there's like 18,000 in here, but if you turn one of them down towards your drink, it makes all the difference in the world. I'll take a little sip of ice water. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's still ice in this cup. You know who ain't got no ice in his cup? That guy right there. He ain't got no ice in his cup. Because his... All right, let's get squared up and do some work, shall we? We'll try to get over here a little bit more. So we can beat that angle. And by that, I mean I don't want to hit his house. Any part of his house. I don't want to touch the gutter. I don't want to touch the walls. And I got to get far enough away from the gutter here so that whenever I do this backwards pull, that Steven's giving me the nod of approval. Let's see how that checks out. Yeah, he's either thumbing for a ride in a air-conditioned vehicle, or he's telling me to keep going. I'm going to say that was the nod to keep going. Okay, let's stop right there. See what we got. That's close. Might have to scoot up just a tad. This dirt is really, really soft and it just kind of wants to clump up. So as that bucket curls and it wants to go deep, this clay is sticky. About 4 inches up at the top, 3 inches, 2 inches. All right, so we got the trench dug. So we got the trench dug around by the house, down underneath the heat pump. Coming down here, and where you see this Y, that Y is going to connect. There's another downspout and then another downspout, and we're going to connect all that together, and then that's going to make a turn on down this hill, and it's going to come over here into this ditch where you saw me putting riprap earlier. So we're making it, we're getting there. Almost through with the all the handwork. We've been on this job since, let's see, like it's like 2:30, and we've been on the job since we got here about 9, got unloaded and got the machine ready and got started digging. So we're doing pretty good. So me and Steven had a bet that pipe wouldn't bend around that curve. The bet was 25 push-ups, and I ain't doing no push-ups. That pipe been around that curve. So now I have to go talk smack. So that, and we're just doing this for YouTube, so y'all can see what happens on the job. Here, I'll just bring you with me. Steven, we need a field assessment.
It appears your janky plan has worked.
Well, I'm sorry, the folks at home didn't hear that. Could you say that again?
You're gonna rub this in forever, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Tim cheated and dug a whole different trench instead of the one that we said wasn't going to work. And now he's claiming that his original trench has worked.
Wait a minute. The original thing was that pipe will never bend, right? That was the original.
No. That you wouldn't make the corner that was in it.
For those of you playing along at home,
however,
that pipe is bent.
I'm big enough to own when I lose a bet.
Hey, listen, I got the homeowner right up here. Jerry's my witness.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, you even doing them downhill. Look at this. Look at this. Give me a clap. Come on, put a clap in there. Come on. How many is that? 8?
5. Well, I
Yeah. Attaboy.
Well, my shoulders are hurt.
Yeah, man.
The hill's gotten rough. I've been doing PT lately.
That ain't bad.
I'm
I'm impressed. I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for that fancy hat, you'd have never pulled that off.
What?
If it wasn't for that fancy hat, you'd have never pulled that off.
He didn't die halfway. Right?
So what have we learned?
Well, I was telling Jerry earlier.
Old men
question your
cheat.
janky methods, and oftentimes it works. So probably to stop that.
Old men cheat. That's what we've learned.
Old age and treachery.
Exactly.
As my dad used to say.
Exactly.
Old age and treachery will always defeat you in inexperience.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm done now. I'm just looking at this gorgeous bend in this pipe. Look how pretty that is. All right, we got to get back to work. We got stuff to do. So we're almost done. This is the last ditch right here, and we're going to it's short and a little bit steep, but this is the last one for the day. We got that other one finished with the major curve. We're going to call that the push-up curve. This one is a little bit of a challenge just because of the way this hill is, and as soon as we get this done, then we're going to set some riprap and kind of go from there. That's never good.